Get up in it, start her up. Get a washed off, I'm a roller up. Big wheels, Cadillac grilled up. Keep it Esca, daddy got the dealer. Custom, plus them. 22s, what you say, what's them? Third row, square tens. I let the bass hit so they wear in. So loud, roll out. Tint the windows for the high.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another Tombo Kai Tutorial. My name is Sensei Carlos de la Cruz and we are here again at the New Wave Martial Arts and Fitness Facility in Footwork, Rhode Island. And today's tutorial is going to cover joint locks. Before we get started, I do want to take a moment to thank my first jiu-jitsu instructor, and that's Sensei Malave. Sensei Malave was the first person to introduce me to jiu-jitsu, and as Professor Wally J would say, pain makes believers. He made me a believer. And so we're going to add a couple of things that we didn't cover when we were training initially, which is stretching, which would have prevented a lot of the injuries that we suffered from our training, and a little bit of strengthening as well as a preventative. So we're going to get into that in a little bit. All right, guys, here we go. We're going to start working on our stretching, so we're going to work our wrist stretches. So there are 3 basic locks we're going to cover in this tutorial, and 3 different stretches. Basically, you're going to be applying the lock to yourself in order to get your muscles a little prepared to be able to take the strain of the lock. So number 1, we're going to start with our thumb down, this way here. I'm going to turn it this way, palm up. I'm going to grab my ring metacarpal, wrap my hand around, and I'm going to use my fingertips, not the palm of my hand or the palm of my fingertips, but I'm going to bite into it. Bite into the chicken. If you look at this, it looks like a drumstick right here in the leg. I'm going to use my other hand, I'm going to come around, bite into it, apply my thumb to that ring metacarpal. I'm going to keep my hand out in front of me and line up. I'm going to try to, working this alone, you'll start getting a stretch. But once you start moving, circle away from you. So in towards your chest, out and away, 1. We're going to do 2. 2, actually 2, right? 3, circle, right? Then we're going to do the same thing with the other hand. Metacarpal, grab into the meat of the bone, and a little tickling, press forward. Holding is good. Applying more pressure is better. Circle away. 1, 2, 3. Feel free to do more, 10, 15. Don't let the ego get involved. Stretch your forearm. Warm up. The next one for Kodomo wash. Thumb down, thumb up. I'm going to come in, I'm going to grab my hand. Right hand, left hand. Grab it. Create the angle, the 90-degree angle right here. Circle towards you. This stretch alone, again, just by applying a little bit of pressure, of trying to, not moving the hand towards me, but turning it like a faucet so the pinky is coming towards my nose. This is a good stretch. Now circle. 1, 2, 3. Right? And work that accordingly. Switch, other side. In, circle. 1, 2, 3. With the third lock, the Sankyo, I'm going to grab my hand around along the ridge of the knuckles, and I'm going to circle away. Circle. I want to feel that in my wrist. 2, 3. Other side, grab along the ridge of the knuckles, circle. 1, 2, 3. Don't neglect the stretching, and make sure you really work that out, right? Work on that. All right, guys, we're moving on to strengthening. So obviously, when I'm using my fingertips, anything that requires fingertip strength is super helpful in grip strength. This is going to get you that forearm strength. Remember, all of the locks are going to require a push and a pull. So the pull is typically going to be started with the pinky, and the push is going to start with this pointing finger or the thumb on the back of the hand. So this motion is going to be really important to work. All right. So how we work strengthening? You can use a Joe, you can use a shoulder stick and add a weight to the end. It really doesn't matter. The stick, the Joe alone is enough. I'm going to move this up a little so you can see. I'm going to hold it just a little bit with control with my thumb, and all the other fingers are released. I'm going to activate them individually and bring the stick up. I'm going to drop it to my side. This is also a swordsmanship exercise, which is where jiu-jitsu comes from, right? Pinky, ring finger, middle finger, pointing finger. And I'm going to work it backwards. 2, 3, and bring it down slowly. So I can bring it up, I can let it hit the floor quickly, now it doesn't really matter. And bring it up. Bring it up. You don't have to flex your face. Has nothing to do with it. Do that as many times as you like. Do the other side, balance it out, and work on that. Take your time. Alright guys, let's get started. So, one of the most important things that Sensei Malave taught me was not to worry about where things come from or to see differences first, but more to see similarities and try to put things together and really try to find as many teachers and as many ways to learn for it to make sense for you. And if it doesn't quite make sense for you and you find something else that does work, maybe that explanation or that approach will help somebody else, right? Louis, let me borrow you. So we're going to get started with go to gauge, right? He's going to put his hands out for me. Again, no one is going to give you the hands, but you have to start identifying and seeing the hands. So much like we were doing with the quotation applying the stretches, we're now going to do the same, we're going to start doing the same thing with Louis. Let me borrow one hand at a time. So I see his hand structures coming out like this, right? I'm going to go over, I'm going to go into, bite into that chicken wing again. I'm going to press with the other hand, the other thumb, my thumb, on that ring metacarpal once again, right? We talked about it during the strengthening. There's a push and there's a pull. The pull's with the pinky, the push is up top. So we go one, double it up. I'm doing it one-handed so I don't block your view, but we're going to do it two-handed. Pull, push. This is first, then you direct. Okay? One more time. Hand, one, two, double up. Again, the more pressure on that ring metacarpal, and yes, I googled it because I know some of you guys like technical bone medical names and stuff, but it's the ring finger, the ring metacarpal. The more pressure I can apply to it with at the top is going to get me the most amount of flexion. I'm going to get everything out of it. The pinky is easy. The pinky is the pull, right? See how you move towards me? So half of my finger and half of my finger create a hole, and I can apply pressure, and I can get a reaction. I can also double it up, so taking the two knuckles, now I have two, double. Now, again, the BJJ, the Professor Lee version, and the one that Professor Petronelli ended up teaching me after training with him was adding more pressure. I come from a Kempo background, I like to strike when I do my movements, right? But it's basically the same concept, applying maximum pressure on the ring metacarpal towards the top. The next thing to keep in mind, again from Professor Wally J, pulling in the small circle. So I don't want to make a big movement because he can counter my big movement. I want to make a nice small movement. I have big hands, and especially when I'm working with students, I won't even use my pinkies, I'll use my middle finger. And I'll use the other fingers to protect the person's wrist, to keep it in one piece, right? I apply my pressure, pull, push, direct, footwork, and I have my foot engaged. I can also lock them this way, single-handed, and be behind them. Doesn't really matter. So another way, I can pass it this way, I can pass it this way, I can do it double, so it depends where I want it to go. All right, one last time. Hand out. One, two, grab, bite in, up. Okay? If I follow him, he can regain his posture. Only one of you can have that posture. So when you do this lock, don't look at your lock, realize that there are people around you, potentially. And if this is where you want to have his head. Okay? One more time. Last time. Let me get this one. Right? This is where the lock belongs, in front of me. Right? If I move, it's still in front of me. See how he's moved now? Right here. Right? Corrugation. Lock number one. Work on that. All right. Lock number two, Kodomo wash. Hands out. Putting his hands out. I'm going to go with the webbing of my hand into the webbing of his hand. See how his hand reacts, his wrist reacts? I need that. I know that I'm all the way in. The mistake is to reach and over grab and get this part for the Kodomo wash. This space allows him to slip your hand out, to slip out. You want to get all the way into the webbing of the hand, turn, grab, slip it. Because I have a grip. With this, and I'm over grabbing side up, it's just the fingers. I want to get way into his hand. Almost like I'm throwing the elbow, but then I'm hiding my elbow. I'm bringing it down. I'm slamming it down really hard. Remember when we were stretching? That same 90-degree angle is now created here. I'm not going to give him the lock. I'm going to bring the lock in. I'm going to turn it right where it is. And that's the pressure, okay? One more time. He reaches in, all the way, grab, hide your elbow, lock it. Right where it is. It's this point in space. It doesn't travel and move. You gotta lock it right here. Okay? I'm hooked. I don't need this finger. This finger can actually direct. So when I want to turn him, I'm going to use this. I'm not pressing with this hand. I'm going to push this in, and I can move him this way. I'm going to flip it, and I'm going to move him back this way and back down. So you can make him dance a little bit. By making him dance, what I'm really doing is making him bring his base wider. So his feet are coming wider and wider and wider and wider. Right? One more thing to keep in mind. Once you apply the lock, you can now do it without looking at the person. It's not a trick. It's not about doing it with your eyes closed. It's about realizing that there's someone else potentially, and that doesn't mean that you lose your focus on your swing moves. Break it. Boom. Because my turning of my head to this person made me lose my point of control on this man. Ready? Lewis swing. When I feel tension in him trying to move, I'm going to lock it more. I can move with my eyes closed. Before, if I'm holding him, and it hurts a lot, and there's a little bit of pain there, I can feel him building. I can feel him building, getting himself ready, getting him to base, and when he goes to explode, that's where I cut him again. So don't give up on this lock. Start coming up. This is what people do. Oh, he just came up. Oh, you let him come up. Come up, Lewis. Come up, Lewis. And the more he tries, the more it hurts, more pain. This is a hold at this point, not a lock. This is not jiu-jitsu yet. The jiu-jitsu comes in when you snap it and break it. This is just a hold. You're holding hands right now, okay? Kormawash, lock number 2, work on that. All right, guys. Lock number 3, 2 variations, in front and under the arm. So we're going to cover in front first. Hand one more time. So the Kodagage, the first time, was same hand. So my left to his right. The Kormawash is a cross arm grab. So his right to my right, right to right. So left to right, right to right. Sankyo is a cross as well. So I'm going to come, remember I talked about not grabbing the ridge of the knuckles this way? Why? Because this is how you would grab it, right? Turn this way. Grab along the ridge of the knuckles, not over grab, it's right here. When you do your circle, and it's a small circle, his head needs to turn. I'm going to switch angles, right? Let's go through this. From here, let's go to 45. When I whip it, if his head doesn't do that, I haven't broken his balance. There's no position, okay? Or better said, he has position. You need proper position, posture breaking. So it's, again, adding stuff from this different styles. The Tai Chi mirror in the palm. I see a mirror in my palm. Or in his palm, right? Reach under, see how his head is turned, my posture is strong, and that's where I'm going to transition. So, break his posture. Come under. Again, fingers, bite into that hand, pressure, and again, I'm turning it right where it is in space. I don't need to pull it, I don't need to push it, I'm going to keep it right here for now. Begin. Okay? One more time. Let's switch through this. We're going to do a little dancing. 1, under, back. Other hand. I'm going to grab a couple fingers and do that. See how you turn even more? Those fingers hurt. We're going to get into finger locks next. Between he and I, lock. Move towards me. Move that way. Move the other way. Okay, right? I have control of him. Let's go back to second, because this is a question people have. Right? If you apply your lock and he goes that way, how do you get him to stop? Because you start spinning, right? One more time. 1, 2, 3. Stop him. That's how you stop him too. This is as well. Okay? One more time. Lock him here. He goes to move. I can check him with this hand. Alright?
I was